Jaylen Brown is considered a social justice leader in the NBA. He has been instrumental on getting the messaging out on racial injustice and how to address the issue.
Now he's partnered with us to produce a 3-part series to continue raising awareness. Here's part 1 of Respect Your OGs with Jaylen Brown.
Two-K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Western Conference Finals action here on 2K Sports. We've seen this series go to 2-0. Now a critical juncture for determining where this series is going. Welcome everyone to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports.
And back in 2019, the Nuggets became the 8th youngest playoff team in NBA history. Not bad, huh, big fella?
You know, they did a great job of building their roster. They showed a lot of patience. Now I think they're coming into their own. It's all about patience, Greg.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Junior's out there with ball, and then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Young. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Tip off. Goes to Denver. Murray with it. Barton outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Giannis.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good. Leonard.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Floats one up, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And when people talk about Zion Williamson and his blend of strength and explosiveness, Shaq, some have drawn parallels to your game.
Well, that's an honor because this kid can overpower you or jump over most defenders. I think he's going to carve his own legacy, but I definitely like the way he plays the game.
Paul, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Here's Dozier. He's covered by Curtis. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Adebayo. Buries it down low. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Murray outside. Now the pass to Jokic. No good on that one. Great D that time from Adebayo. And Shaq at LSU, it was clear right away that you were ready for the NBA. For guys in a similar position now, do you think they should be allowed to skip college altogether?
I don't think you can make a rule for just one type of player. I think it has to work for everybody. You know, plenty of one-and-dones, but you got to understand, it's a lot of one-and-dones that 5 years into the league, you never hear from them again.
Yeah, and listen, the reality is that there is no one way to do anything, right? I think the fact that you have guys that have the opportunity to go overseas, if that's the path they want to choose, but for a lot of them, just like it was for you, Shaq, the college experience is something that you really can't substitute. And so, you know, I'd like to see that option still remain viable.
And the foul called on Junior. That'll be... The Nuggets trail by 8. We've got Will Barton, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Rose, and it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Well, Shaq, one of your more famous quotes of late has been, rings, Ernie, rings. All joking aside, is the number of titles a player wins the best measurement for where they stand in history?
I think it's a piece of the pie, but it's a large piece. It's a good tiebreaker when comparing greats to other greats. It was always the standard of what a great player should be. And
a championship is a championship no matter.
No matter what. And I didn't make the rules. I just try to abide by them. But, yeah, I think the more rings, the more you can say how great you were.
And I think it's a good point because it's all relative. Because, Bill Russell's got 11, but most people would say Michael getting 6 in his era was the equivalent to that. And then you could go a step further with Kobe and you having 5, you having 4 because of free agency and the impact of that. So I do think it's, as Shaq said, it does matter because great players win championships, but there are other metrics that you have to look at as well.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Nuggets, put on a show. He added 37 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Shaq, one of the tough things for a post player, you generally have to rely on someone else to get you the ball. With that view, what makes a good or great playmaker?
Well, they got to have great ball control. They have to thread the needle. Floor spacing is also very important. If your defender is doubling down on the post, you're not helping the big man eat.
And the big man's gotta eat.
Gotta eat. You see this belly?
Oh, you look good. You look good.
Thank you.
Go out there right now and play. Here's Jokic. They get a hand on it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Bazemore, no one around him. Here's Barton, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And a wide open look for Junior. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets trail by 20. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Junior really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for New Orleans, Giannis, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Ingram. And Ball subbed in for Drew Holiday. Murray against Ball. Down low, Dozier. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dozier's got 5.
I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Giannis against Murray. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Always adding some levity to the mix. Shaquille O'Neal, thank you for stopping by. That headset is available for you whenever you want.
Kevin, I just want to say thank you very much. It's been great. Greg, I love you.
I love you too. I'm the big Aristotle.
I'm at a loss for words. I hate that.
No, that's okay, Shaq.
No, I just hate that.
Right.
I hate that I have to leave right now.
Give me a tissue. Give me a tissue. It's okay, big fella. It's okay.
I don't want to go back upstairs with Ernie and Kenny.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to stay here with you
guys.
Give me a tissue.
Thanks.
Greg, how awesome is it to have Shaq with us, a guy who's been in the limelight for so long, and yet he seems to deal with it effortlessly.
Kev, a sign of true greatness, making difficult things look effortless. Shaq did it on the court for 19 years, 15 as an all-star, and now he's doing it as an analyst.
Murray against Ball. Here's Dozier. He's got 7, 4 on the clock, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
New Orleans making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And you've got to take your defense up a notch in the playoffs. He takes it up about 3 notches on that block.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. New Orleans moving the ball around. Feeds it to Junior. And he banks in the layup. 15 points for Junior.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Ball against Murray. Clock at 6. Passes it to Dozier. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans finishing the quarter up. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Antetokounmpo out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Junior. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Right wing. From 10 feet out, Jokic, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Murray. He's got 8. Out to the right wing. Pass to Dozier. From outside the arc, it's Adebayo with the rebound.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
There's the lob, Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Shot to stop the run. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jokic has got 5.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Adebayo passes to Curtis, and Junior throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
The Nuggets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Murray, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the inside, here's Curtis. And a missed layup. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's the teardrop. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. 2 minutes. Inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. At the elbow, it's Junior. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Offline with his three. The pull-up. Dozier can't get it to go. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Barton against Giannis. Murray for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. 11 points in the game.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. When the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. .109 left in the third quarter of the game. Holiday looking for an opening. At the elbow, it's Junior. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
On the wing, Porter. Five on the clock. And again, Denver with the triple.
Coming into the league, Porter didn't have that. Now, after a ton of work, he's a long ball threat.
Now, here's Junior. Defense right on him. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Holiday against Rose. Holiday with the defensive effort. Gets it off. No good there. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see... look for Denver. Jokic is checked in, and Malone's subbed in for Jakar Sampson. And the Pelicans also making a change. Junior's checked in for Williamson. We've got Murray, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Malone, and it's Rose, and it's Jokic in at center. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Rose, taken away by Holiday. And they're running. Junior with it, outguarded by Murray.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Ball's knocked loose. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in. And look at how the hustle game has been going for New Orleans.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The pass to Jokic. Will it go? Pelicans pull it in. And Porter comes to help. And Hayes throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Jokic passes to Malone. Outside for Murray. Drills it from outside.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And the foul called on Junior. And that'll be his third foul so far. Denver making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. To the inside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Boy, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find them.
Now, here's Junior. He's covered by Murray. Over to the wing. Here's Junior. He's covered by Murray. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And now we can start talking about Game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Williamson comes in for Drew Holiday.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And Bazemore kicks to Marjanovic. Sampson, the pass to Bazemore. Now Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Bazemore. From deep. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
To the right side. Now, here's Junior. Defense is right there. The rebound by Marjanovic. And here's Bazemore. Now, here's Marjanovic. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
That concludes